Imagine a car that never needs to visit a charging station. A car powered by nothing but the environment around it. Sounds like science fiction, right? Well, not anymore. This is Maxwell Chikumbutso, one of the most extraordinary and controversial inventors of our time. And his latest invention? A revolutionary car that charges itself. Born in Zimbabwe, Maxwell Chikumbutso has spent years defying conventional science and pushing boundaries most wouldn't dare to. His creations, often dismissed at first, have been turning skeptics into believers. And now, he's taken on the automotive world. The traditional electric car has one glaring limitation: its range. That's why we wait in long lines at charging stations. That's why range anxiety is even a thing. But Maxwell Chikumbutso's latest innovation could end that forever. By tapping into what he describes as ambient energy, this car continually harvests power as it drives, an invention that could rewrite the rules of mobility. Critics call it impossible. Scientists are skeptical. But those who have witnessed his demonstrations say the results speak for themselves. And with the world on the brink of an energy revolution, many believe this is a kind of disruptive technology humanity needs most. What if you could drive forever? Never worry about range. Never hunt for a charger. That's the future Maxwell Chikumbutso hopes to deliver. Not decades from now, but today. Is this the next leap in clean energy mobility, or simply too good to be true? And what does it mean for the giants of the auto industry? The world is watching, and will be watching too. If you want to stay updated on Maxwell Chikumbutso's game-changing journey, make sure to hit subscribe and turn on notifications. The future of transportation is unfolding before our eyes. And it's not just about the car itself. It's about what this breakthrough could trigger across the entire world. Imagine an entire fleet of self-charging cars spreading across every city, every country. No more dependency on fuel. No more emissions. A transport network that powers itself. This could mean an end to oil-driven economies, as we know them, and a rebirth of sustainable mobility for billions of people. Every once in a while, someone dares to go beyond the limits we thought were fixed, just like Tesla once did, just like the Wright brothers took to the skies. And now, Maxwell Chikumbutso is lighting the path toward an energy-independent future. Of course, questions remain. Where does this energy truly come from? Can the car produce enough power at scale? And most importantly, is the world ready to embrace a new standard that could upset billion-dollar industries? But as investors, innovators, and even major car companies look closer, one thing is certain. If Maxwell Chikumbutso is right, the race to catch up will begin faster than anyone expects. And those who embrace this shift early may hold the keys to the most profound transformation in transport history. There are still hurdles to overcome: testing, scalability, mass adoption. But every great invention faces its crucible before reshaping the world. And this self-charging car could very well be humanity's next great leap. The future of travel isn't years away anymore. It's here. And Maxwell Chikumbutso just gave us the blueprint. Want to follow this story as it unfolds? Don't forget to like, subscribe, and stay tuned for updates as we explore this technology and what it means for the world. The journey toward energy freedom has just begun. And yet, even as the world watches this innovation unfold, a deeper mystery remains. How exactly is this car drawing energy from its surroundings? Some say Chikumbutso's system harvests subtle ambient frequencies, harnessing what most of us never see or feel. It's an elegant, almost invisible process that continually refills the car's energy reserves as it moves. If proven at scale, this technology could surpass everything from solar to hydrogen fuel cells, ushering in a new paradigm where energy itself is no longer finite, and refueling stations become relics of the past. But the implications go even further. Power grids, battery factories, oil exports, every major pillar of the current energy economy could face profound disruption, and nations that embrace this first will hold a critical edge economically, politically, and ecologically. That's why major industries are watching Chikumbutso's progress closely, and why some are pushing back. Skeptics argue the world simply isn't ready for such a rapid shift. Regulators worry about safety and scalability, and powerful companies wonder what this could mean for their bottom lines. But for Maxwell Chikumbutso, this is about something much bigger than profits. He's often spoken of a dream to give humanity sustainable energy freedom, to uplift communities, reduce pollution, and open a path toward a cleaner planet. And for millions of people who struggle with fuel access today, especially across Africa and other developing regions, this could be nothing short of revolutionary. As the world holds its breath and tests continue, one thing is already clear. We stand on the threshold of a new era. And Maxwell Chikumbutso's self-charging car is just the beginning. Don't end the story, continue from where you stop. Behind the scenes, momentum is already building. Prototype production lines are being prepared. Engineers around the world are analyzing every detail, eager to understand and potentially replicate the system that could upend the entire automotive landscape. And for communities off the grid, where access to electricity and fuel is limited, this technology could be life-changing. No more dependence on distant supply chains. No more waiting on costly imports. Just clean, self-replenishing power, driven by innovation rather than extraction. The implications stretch far beyond convenience. As these cars scale up, demand for oil and gas could plummet, reshaping global trade routes, and forcing some of the most powerful companies on Earth to reinvent their business models entirely. Of course, not everyone welcomes this disruption. Big energy corporations worry about losing control. Governments relying on oil revenues fear instability. And skeptics argue that breakthroughs like this need years of testing before they can be trusted at scale. But Chikumbutso himself is unfazed. He's pushing forward, drawing up plans for partnerships, seeking investors who believe in the promise of a world powered by freedom, not finite fuels. And as he often says, this isn't just about a car. It's about changing humanity's relationship with energy forever. As tests progress and prototypes hit the road, the world watches, captivated, cautious, and hopeful all at once. And whether this invention becomes mainstream or sparks a race towards similar breakthroughs, one thing is undeniable. We are witnessing a turning point, and Maxwell Chikumbutso's self-charging car, maybe the first chapter of a new story humanity, is only just beginning to write. Out here, away from the cameras and crowds, engineers and mechanics scrutinize every mile the car travels, measuring its energy reserves, monitoring its performance under real-world conditions, and looking for anything that could challenge the claims Chikumbutso has made. Data streams pour in every second. Power consumption rates, acceleration tests, and the car's capacity to recharge itself under different weather, terrain, and speed. Each number is a vital clue that could unlock the future of this technology. And so far, the results continue to surprise even the most experienced automotive experts. Mile after mile, hour after hour, the car keeps going. No cables, no fuel, and no trips to a charger. This hasn't gone unnoticed. Teams from top universities and research labs across Europe, America, and Asia have already requested access to the data. Some hopeful, some cautious, and all incredibly curious. Meanwhile, some of the most recognizable names in the automotive industry are quietly reaching out to Chikumbutso's team, exploring partnerships, licensing deals, or at the very least, hoping to understand what lies under the hood. And in boardrooms from Silicon Valley to Shanghai, executives are having difficult conversations about what happens if they wait too long. And through all this interest and attention, Chikumbutso himself stays focused on his vision, improving the technology, making it accessible, and preparing for a future where self-powered machines are no longer a miracle, but the new norm. That future may come sooner than most ever thought possible. And whether the world is ready or not, the next chapter in energy and transportation is already being written. And so, as Maxwell Chikumbutso's self-charging car continues its journey, so too does the story of humanity's quest for true energy independence. This is more than a new invention. It's a glimpse into a world where clean, unlimited energy is no longer a dream, but a reality we can all drive toward together. And as the sun sets on the old ways of power, a new era begins. One powered by innovation, determination, and the fearless vision of those like Maxwell Chikumbutso.